So I said a lot of the regulars are tight aggressive. This is a term we've heard a lot. So what does tight aggressive tag stand for? And does it stand for tight aggressive? And this is something we've taught to be. Well, I think my definition of tag is a little bit different. A tag is a poker player who predictably inflates pots with bets and raises early in a hand, who then also likes to make folding errors in these bloated pots. Tags make folding errors. Everybody makes errors. Everybody who plays poker, unless you're, everybody makes errors. And what I mean by an error is not that, you made a call and it didn't work out. I mean that there's a consistent flaw in your strategy that is exploitable. And everybody has these. But at the microstakes, they're going to have them more. I mean, that's almost by definition. And a lot of times people play this tag style. The tag style tends to lend itself to folding errors. So your tag regulars are all going to be prone to making folding errors in certain situations. And furthermore, when someone's aggressive, as tag says, means they're inflating pots, especially early in the hands. Are they open limping? No, they're open raising. Are they 3-betting pots? Yeah, they're 3-betting pots. Are they, giving up on the flop all the time when they miss? No, they're c-betting with their missed hands. They're raising flops sometimes. They're barreling on the turn. I mean, they're putting in aggressive actions, particularly early in hands, because these are the sort of standard plays. But then, and what does that do? That inflates pots. But then they revert back to the folding errors that become inherent in their style. So the trick to exploiting these guys is to understand that they're willing to build pots with you in certain circumstances, and they're also willing to give those pots up. And the entire trick is to make that progression happen over and over and over again. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for, how do I get this guy to build a pot with me, and then how do I convince this guy to let it go? So that's what you're trying to do to take advantage of your tag regulars. So again, what does it mean to be tight aggressive? Tight means you fold a lot. Aggressive means you bet a lot. So these two factors are actually at odds with each other. Stack to pot ratios, pot odds, demand that the more you bet, the less you fold, since you build big pots that offer attractive odds. As soon as you 3-bet pre-flop, you're tying yourself to the pot. Now, not 100% of the time. This is where people get, messed up. They're like, oh, I 3-bet, and then Ed Miller said I'm tied to the pot, so now I have to just show whatever down. No, but theoretically speaking, the more you build those pots early, yes, the more you're tied to those pots. The less correct any fold you make is going to be. And the threshold for making folds really gets moved in all these pots. And a lot of times tags are not realizing that, or they're giving people credit for ranges that maybe are deserved, but in your case, that credit should not be deserved. So we get to bet folding. Bet folding is a natural line for a tag player, since it encapsulates the two actions that they most like to take. They bet and they fold. Aggressive and tight. Bet and fold. So, no doubt, if you play poker at all seriously, you've learned to bet fold. It's an extremely valuable play against a wide range of players. It works really well. It's a great line to take against opponents who make calling or folding errors, provided these players don't bluff you too often. Anybody who's going to make calling errors, you want to bet fold against them. You want to make value bets, thin value bets, and you want to fold if you get raised. Players who make folding errors, again, you want to make bets. This time the bets are often barrels or bluffs, and you fold if you get raised. But the problem with bet folding is that it's an absolutely wretched line to take if you're doing it into somebody who's possibly or likely going to launch a bluff against you. Obviously, if you're betting with the plan of folding, you're inflating the pot and then giving up on it. And this is a really big risk to take if you can run into a bluff. So how do the regs get away with it? It's simple. There's just not enough bluffing on later streets in micro and small stakes game. People just simply are not bluffing often enough. The fish don't bluff often enough. And the regs don't either, because they're all busy bet folding. So they'll bluff bet, but they're not bluff raising enough, and they're not trying to pick off bet folds enough.